it will be sort of completely unexpected because you expect Bhopa to behave in a certain way. I think that will change in season 4 because it will even go.
Imagine you all put so much effort in making the show, this entire process. लोग ऐसे देख करके खत्म होने next season कब आएगा sir?
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ लोगों को, मैं वही जो लिख रहे इंस्टाग्राम को बोल रहा हूँ, भाई 1 साल लगते हैं लिखने, बनाने, खाने पीने में, आप एक रात में 9 घंटे में देख के बोलते अगला कब आ रहा है? अरे ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है यार, इतना कमाल हो गया, ऐसे कैसे हो जाएगा? हेलो हलवा है क्या? I'm actually, yeah, I like being, I think I'm funny.
You are.
I'm not Bhopa at all.
Alright, today I have with me the very talented, the very charming Chandan Roy Sanyal joining us in. Hello Chandan, welcome. How are you doing?
Hi Shweta, hi, I'm amazing, yeah. Hi, thanks for having me on your chat show. It's great.
Of course. You know, I've been wanting to speak to you for a very long time, but I think this is just the perfect opportunity because pehle to let me just address the elephant in the room that I'm really scared of you. Okay, after watching, especially after watching Aashram, I mean, such a handsome man. But like when you watch the show, obviously, Bhopa is, the character is such कि मतलब डर लग जाता है. लड़कियों को तो और ही डर लगता है. So I am very scared of you that way. So yeah, I am a little intimidated, but I'm pretty sure that the conversation is going to be nice and light because I'm speaking to Chandan and not to Bhopa, which is a good thing. But
no, certainly not. You're not talking to Bhopa.
Thank God. Oh my God. But tell me a little about the response, Chandan, over the last few days, ever since the show's come out, because I'm sure people have been waiting for it desperately. I mean, I have. So how has it been like?
Well, I think the show is doing extremely well. Apparently, I've been told it's doing even better than season 1 and season 2. And yeah, I mean, people are my friends are sending all these memes which people are making on Bhopa, and yeah, he's really connected, struck a chord with the common man of this country. And whether he or she's on Instagram or not, but most of the people I meet on the street, they're all watching it,
Yeah.
And yeah, like a lot of people are scared of Bhopa. He's a dangerous man. I'm not at all like him.
God.
But
but
you're also scared. You said you're scared of Bhopa.
Very, extremely.
बाप रे.
मतलब बाबा से ज्यादा मुझे भोपा से डर लगता है honestly.
Actually हाँ, बाबा जी तो काफी मतलब he's more approachable, but Bhopa is like this quiet guy, and you don't know what he's going to do next to you.
Yeah, and I think Baba also because I mean he's very nice to you on your face and all of that. But Bhopa is like very Mufat and like he will like just tell you, and then he has this personality also the way he carries himself. Baba ji ka to matlab you know the personality because he has to maintain that. So I think perhaps maybe that. I also want to know like since I already established the fact that I am scared of Bhopa and also the characters, like I was also watching Sanak the other day. So so these characters, I mean, of course, these are scary characters, right? So do you ever feel that you might get stereotyped or you might only be getting these kind of roles where you have to pull off a dark shade? I mean, you did speak to my colleague recently and you said that you're keen to do romantic roles as well. But do you ever have that think, yeah, if I do such strong characters which resonate so much with people, the kind of offers that are going to come to you are going to be more in that genre only?
Yeah, it's true. I have to be very careful about what I choose, what I do. And I actually get a lot of roles which are in like the villainish, and they're like the bad guys of the show or the film. And I probably pick up 1 out of 10. So what you have seen in Sanak and Aashram is probably I've picked up rejecting 20 other roles.
Mm.
and because I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want to because it will be such a, it will be a shame if people turn back and tell me, "अरे यार ये तो एक जैसी acting करता है,
Mm.
एक जैसी role करते रहता है." I don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
and I have never heard that in my 10 years of acting since Kamine. I've
Mm.
always picked up roles, small, big, whatever, depending on the story and the director, and I've always given my best. So when I select a role, I make sure that I am not gonna. And it's very easy to get typecast, and a lot of fault lies with the actor also,
Mm.
because an actor can get greedy once you get on kind of a lot of money, fame, and all kind of things. So you tend to sort of start overlooking what is your actual goal, why did you start, where do you want to be. So वो सब प्रलोभन बहुत आते हैं बड़े बड़े फिल्मों में, ऐसे विलेन के रोल और खूब सारा पैसा, लेकिन मैं बचते रहता हूँ. दूसरा ये कि I always look at these characters not as villain. I look at them as characters. So that's why probably when you watch Sanak and when you watch an Ashram, they are completely different roles, and they are different people. Their body language, the way they speak and talk, they're very different, because I work on them as not as like villains, but I
Yeah.
look at them as a character who can take the story forward. So even when I was playing Bopa, I never looked at him as someone who's a villain or
Yeah.
things like that. I just look at them as any other character. I look at him, Bhopa, as this Nirala's best friend who's running the ashram. He's like a businessman. So I and also like a lot of interviews, like recently said, like normally if you identify Bhopa with someone, it would be like a snake. So I told
Mm.
myself like I'm a snake in the room.
Mm.
Like when a snake walks in or comes in, you never realize,
Yeah.
and he might be sitting on your chest, और आपको दस भी देगा लेकिन आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा.
Yeah.
And they are so quiet, their demeanor are so majestic. So I completely sort of based my role on an animal like snake. So yeah, मैं वो सबसे I try and treat them as characters and not as villains.
So, I think somewhere around your birthday, when I had texted you on Instagram, I don't know if you remember or not, but I did tell you that I have been following your social media for some time. And when I see
Okay.
your social media, it looks like, especially your stories, like when you're shooting somewhere or, whatever, it just feels like your love for cinema, your love for your craft. It just somehow, I mean, that's what I really felt genuinely. It just really shows
Sure.
that this
Sure.
guy really loves what he does, and he's enjoying it. You're sharing, lovely songs, Bengali songs, and Western music and all of that, and some particular scenes or pictures and stuff like that. And that actually just, that's obviously a very different approach, like a very artistic approach, which audience also really likes. I mean, I don't know how many of your followers would notice that or are seeing that, but that is something that I have been seeing for over some time. So do you think that
Sure.
that kind of a thing is like conscious decision to make your social media a certain way so that the audience also feels this way or connects with you even more, or is it just you being you and just putting out whatever you want?
What do you think?
I think it's the second one.
It's me, or it's I am putting up an image?
No, not an image, but still, मतलब जैसे होता है ना कि like if you
Like it's a conscious effort to like connect with the audience with
हाँ,
that kind of thing.
but
So I think it's a mix of both.
yeah,
It's actually I love my films and cinema and history, and I love music. I listen to radio like all day. I listen to all genres of music, in all languages. So what comes across is basically this mashup of all these ideas which goes on in my head when I sort of, and I in fact a lot of people have, even my colleagues, and like Mr. Bobby Deol, he loves watching my stories because he said he
yeah,
connects so many different worlds
yeah,
in through a song, and they just almost become like a 15-second clip.
yes,
And but it's not that I because if you like again coming back to that question you asked, like the pressure of, so I actually flow. I like to flow, and I be in the moment, and whatever comes truthfully to me, while I'm in a space in a jungle or doing something, then I just whatever comes naturally to me. I don't like mix or
Yeah.
do concoctions to see how audience would like it, because I don't have millions and thousands of followers. I have a little sizable numbers who are my real followers. I have not like bought them or
Yeah.
paid people to write on my, because I keep reading all this on. I've been sort of starting reading up on Instagram, like then how people have million तो नहीं, बहुत सारे followers हैं लेकिन likes कम होती हैं, and then you have to figure out why it's like that, because it's this ratio and it's bought and this and that. But I'm proud of that. Whatever I have, it's like मेहनत के
Authentic.
जो लोग मुझे पसंद करते हैं, जो मेरा काम देखते हैं, और वही हैं मेरे अकाउंट में. और so I show my true side, the who I am. In fact, in the lockdown also, I was making a lot of food videos and all
Yes.
these stupid
Yes.
videos of dancing in my yeah, while cleaning and all that. A lot of people I met during my film meetings here and there, and everybody sort of like, "Arey, yaar, we used to look forward to
Yeah.
your
I remember.
Insta." Right?
I remember
Yeah,
this
please.
one video I think you had put out with your cat, where you were trying to make something but you were unable to. I'm really forgetting what it was, but ऐसा
And
कुछ.
I was trying to work out. I was trying to work out, and he was not letting me work out, and he was like
There's these videos
trying
of you
to.
like getting annoyed. No, there was one more. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were sitting in front of the camera, like you just came and you sat with your cup, and you were talking about how you're trying to do something but you're unable to, like you're trying to cook something maybe, and then it did not work out. Kuch.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was trying to make a shake, like some
Right.
milk milkshake or something, and it just didn't come out right.
Yeah, just
Like
hit
a
me.
coffee something, and like
Yeah.
one of those. It's like a very exotic thing, and I'm trying to make it, and it just didn't come out right. And my cat jumped on me.
This is so funny.
So yeah.
वो मुझे एकदम से हिट हुआ कि ऐसा कोई वीडियो तो देखा था, that was hilarious. I mean, even though I felt really bad, but then I remember commenting that this is so funny because it was.
Yeah, so that's me. Like I'm actually, yeah, I like being. I think I'm funny. I think I'm funny.
You
I'm
are.
not Bhopa at all.
Yeah.
I'm quite funny, and I see the fun side of everything. In fact, in Ashram, and a lot of my friends and like in these parties, I sort of pull everybody's leg. I'm like a big shaitan. So everybody, I'm like, I create a scene out of everything on set, and I sort of mimic them and this and that. In that moment, when I remember,
Yeah. Yeah.
not like observing. I like observing people and make fun out of them, like in like sort of
Yeah.
permissible limits.
हाँ. That's nice. Okay, मुझे अब ये जानना है कि आश्रम सीजन 4 एक झलक जो है वो हमने देखी है, but what is it that you would want to tell the audience?
आश्रम 4 में आपने अगर झलक देखी है तो कुछ ऐसे इमेजेस उसमें लगा दिए गए हैं जहाँ पे काफी सारा खुलासा हो रहा है कि कुछ तो देयर इज समथिंग कुकिंग which is very very sort of unexpected, because Popa and Baba, there's friction is rising, and there is Pummy who jumps into the melting pot and trying to move these guys away. So it becomes like it will be a sort of a tikhi khichdi which will happen in season 4, where things, because yeah, it will be sort of completely unexpected, because you expect Bhopa to behave in a certain way. I think that will change in season 4, because it will even go. I think it doesn't happen too many times when a show has gone from 1 to 2 to 3 going to 4, and people are already waiting for 4, which is a year away, and we will shoot that this year end, because we always shoot in the winters. And I can tell you, I'm not lying, it will go a notch higher, because what's going to happen in that is going to be like unbelievable for anyone to believe what happens to Bhopal.
And
That I can tell you.
and like, do we have any date or anything? Date to nahi khair, but do you have any idea when we can see
There's no date, but it'll come around the same time. I think next year, April, May.
that? Right.
Because actually, show वो इतना time लगता है ना एक show बनाने में. अगर आप शो की स्क्रिप्ट देखें ना, अगर फिल्म की स्क्रिप्ट होती है 80-90 पेजेस की होती है, एक शो की स्क्रिप्ट goes to almost like 400-500 pages, you know, and they are shot over 100-150 days. Then that gets edited.
Yeah.
So it
The
takes almost 8
post-production,
months to create a year. Because अभी लिख रहे हैं, लिख के फिर वो शूट होगा, फिर वो कटेगा. It almost takes a year to finish one production.
Imagine you all put so much effort in making the show, this entire process. लोग ऐसे देख करके खत्म होने, next season कब आएगा सर?
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ लोगों को, मैं वही जो लिख रहे हैं उनको बोल रहा हूँ, भाई 1 साल लगते हैं लिखने, बनाने, खाने पीने में. आप एक रात में 9 घंटे में देख के बोलते अगला कब आ रहा है. अरे ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है यार, इतना कमाल हो गया, ऐसे कैसे हो जाएगा. हेलो, हलवा है क्या, ये बनाया, खाया सुबह नाश्ते में पोहा, आज क्या खाएंगे, आज कांदा पोहा, आज क्या खाएंगे, हाँ डोसा उत्तपम. ऐसे नहीं है, लिखना पड़ता है, एक्टिंग करनी पड़ती है, वो कटेगा, कॉस्ट्यूम. अरे कॉस्ट्यूम सिलने में 1 हफ्ता लग जाता है भाई. कुर्ता जो पहना है वो धुलेगा कि नहीं, वो धुलने में 1 दिन लगता है. यहाँ अभी 1 साल की मेहनत 9 घंटे में देख के चाट फूट करके उंगली चाट के दिख भी नहीं रहा क्या खाया. बोला सर अगला कब आएगा, अभी बेसब्री से इंतजार है. अरे भाई अभी कल तो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके आया रात को, अभी आज तुमने देख भी लिया. थोड़ा तो यार धीरज धरो मेरे भाइयों.
But that is the fun now. You see how long people actually wait for these shows जिनका मतलब जो उनको इतना पसंद. I think it's a nice thing also, but I'm sure it's annoying as well.
It's a very nice thing. It's a very nice thing and it's a very dangerous thing also for us.
Yeah.
Like लोग कहीं भी जाते हैं तो लोग पूछते हैं स्वीटली देख हमारे सर कब आएगा. मैंने सर आपने कल ही तो देखा, मैं वहीं से तो आ रहा हूँ. तो अभी कैसे आ जाएगा. So, but it's nice. I mean, I haven't seen like people are so hooked up to one show and the characters and the story. It's amazing. Doesn't happen too many times, no?
That's true. Do you also think that the kind of connect the show has got, it's also because it's available on a platform which is free to stream? Do you think that's also?
I think it is. I think it is. People are watching it for free, and everybody can watch. Like other platform, there is some kind of subscription where people have to pay, and there still could be expensive for a lot of normal Indian audience who live in villages and small town. People like like somebody who's going to school, an old person who's dependent on a family, or housewives who have no source of income and they just work at home. So everybody has access to that content. You don't have to sort of pay subscription to buy. So that has probably opened up the whole viewership thing for Aashram by MX.
Okay, so are you one of those who might just cancel a plan at the last moment just because you're feeling lazy?
This is something which like you asked, I am known for canceling plans, trips, and at the last moment, because I just can't make up my mind suddenly. I like, oh, jaun ki nahi jaun.
Is that why you cancelled the last interview?
No.
What?